voice and then write a chorus for that, and that being a hit song, I pay for that. I pay for that AI program, and I wrote the song. I didn't perform it, but I wrote the song, so I get credit for the writing. And that way, on my album, me not having somebody that I know personally, I was able to still create good music. Like somebody's gonna blow up like that. So
Yeah.
for
I mean,
for people to
it's like a drum machine, essentially, because somebody
literally,
could tell you it's no soul in the drums without that drum set. Well, it's the same argument for a voice. Like, what's the difference? I
Yeah.
heard Gucci rapping about Legos yesterday on Instagram, and it sounded just like Gucci Man. I heard Wiz Khalifa rapping about Legos. Project Pat was rapping about Legos. All of their ass was rapping about Legos. Like, they was all talking about
man,
Lego bricks, specifically Legos, just
that's funny
Legos,
as hell.
and
Somebody
it
did
was
that as the marketing thing. Back to that producer thing, like, bro, when you lay, it's the same thing. When you lay down a pattern, when you're making a beat, the pattern exists as it is. You can go in there and change that sound. So, like, for instance, I can record myself singing vocals and just say, hey, change my voice to Alicia Keys. And like whatever melody or whatever I just said, you think that I'm Alicia Keys, but I'm singing it.
Right.
That's the same like thing with the producers. Like you can put a drum pattern together and just switch out the drum sound, and it's the same pattern.
I think people are scared because when technology changes, um, your process change. But I feel like
mm,
if you're
It'll be the
talented,
same.
if you're talented and you're actually talented and you actually love music or anything, because it's not just music, AI is gonna change the world. If you love anything that you're a part of, and you're gonna be able to still be successful. I think people are worried that AI is gonna take their job or
No,
whatever, and it might, but you still are gonna be able to thrive with it too. And so like yeah, I just don't, and it's already happening. Like AI is already around. People are already using the tools without even realizing they're using it. So the complaining about it is just, it's just you just sound like an old nigga when you complain about it, because you're gonna use it. Everybody, like literally, niggas was saying, "What do you mean my money is on a card? What do you mean? What do you mean my money's on a card? That's stupid. That's dumb. Somebody's gonna steal my money. I'm only using cash." Literally, niggas was saying this 50 years ago, whatever, whenever the credit card came out, and now
man,
everybody uses a credit card.
it's
it's essential.
25. Niggas was still saying that they didn't trust a card. Niggas was still saying this 10 years ago, 5 years ago,
Yeah,
talking about Cash App. Niggas still talking
yeah.
about I don't trust Cash App.
Yeah, because it
This shit
tracks your
is
money, but that's everything else. They probably know how to way to track cash at this point. Um, who knows?
it's just evolution, man.
They
Yeah,
definitely track cash. That's why they got them numbers on them.
yeah, but I mean, just like on a transactional level, like they might know the source and
On
where
the
it
trans
came from, but I don't know how deep that goes. So like if I got cash, if I found $10 on the street and I spent it at the gas station, like they gonna know that's
want to, if they want to, they can track it on a transactional level down to cash, down to the person who took the cash off of the ATM at 12:59 to the
Mhm.
person who put the cash on their bank account at 2:59 at a two on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like
Probably,
they
probably
they can track the cash.
because it takes a transaction to even get it to get the cash. Most of the time, it takes a transaction to even get that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
So if
Option.
you got bills out of circulation, they'll know when the last time they was in circulation was.
Yeah, bro. We were talking options, bro. I was telling them how the market was all puts this week, and y'all gotta stay on it, man. Like
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm trying to
mark
get in there and make 50 a day, $20 a day at the very least.
every
Get in
time
there
I
and get
try,
out.
every time I try, the shit go against me. Every time I leave it alone, this shit do some outlandish, beautiful shit, unmissable plays. Literally every off week.
I basically was like almost a small account challenge, probably like 2 weeks ago, bro. And it's just crazy, like possibilities that can happen. It's just got to be super duper consistent, bro. Like,
You have to be consistent with it. That's the biggest thing. Uh, that's really why I took a little bit of time off, was just to make sure when I'm in the market, I'm staying consistent with it, because it's a every single day, every single hour. It's one of them just habit things. Like if you put that as a part of your routine, you really can't miss. As long as you trading with consciousness, like it's not the lottery. You're not finna crack $10 million off of your $60. Like you might crack 100 if you get lucky. You better run off with them $30 if you get $30 from that 60 that you put in there. Like that's a good amount of money from the amount you put in. Like
bro,
that part.
I'm just thinking it on a level like, okay, so if 60 make 30, 600 makes 300. You know what I'm saying? I'm adding zeros to it. Like you could say, yeah, that's nothing, but that's something.
Uh,
At six
yeah,
bands, and now you got 3 bands after having six in the
it
same time.
is,
You got three. I
but
mean,
you have to. You got to play the game where you at. Like
but
them.
60 to 30 is
Them
great. Is my point.
is the thief of joy. So the
60 to
goal,
30 is great.
right? The goal is obviously to scale up your account and level up, but comparison gonna be the thief of joy. If you scale your account out from $60 to $6,000, the person trading $600,000 is still gonna have the account that looks more lucrative to you and takes the trades that look more lucrative to you. You gotta
It-
like not
They're the same
compare.
thing. No, I'm not.
You
I'm not comparing. I'm saying I'm comparing it in the
preach
sense that if your account is at that much, you will be perfectly fine taking three. So why, if you're at 60, are you not perfectly fine taking 30?
right,
If
because
same exact, if it's the same percentage gain.
it's not overnight. You're pursuing the same game. It's not over. You can't skip levels. Like that's the hardest part, is to sit down and tell yourself, or to know, like, hey, I can't skip a level. Like even if, like, what I was finna do was just skip a level and take my count from 100 and just put 1,000 of my dollars in there. That's skipping the level. That's not the same game. Like it's it doesn't work the same.
You would have to have some research saying that this is what I was able to do with 100 before you
I
make
did have,
it to a
but
thousand. Do you feel
it did.
like you're profitable with 100?
No, what my research showed me is I can play with 100, but if I haven't skipped 100 to 1,000 yet, it doesn't make sense. My account has never reached 1,000, if that makes sense. It's like damn near like playing Pokemon. Like you could get somebody to trade you a Pokemon that's maxed out level 99, but if you ain't got all your badges, that motherfucker's not gonna listen to you because you skipping steps. You see what I'm saying?
The only thing is when you got more money, you could do you just got more flexibility.
More to
Because if you
lose.
look, yeah, you definitely got more to lose, but you got more to the way they say to trade. And if like you right, for sure, you right, but the way they
So
be saying is that the way they be saying is you should try to like if you can make like what 10% of your bankroll, then you
mhm.
good. So it, so like you saying the exact same thing I'm about to say. Um, but it's just another way to say it, to think about it. So if you starting with 1,000, instead of thinking I'm gonna make 500, you should be thinking I'm gonna make 100.
100.
And
Right.
you get what I'm saying? And so it's like, so even with the $60, instead of thinking about how I can make 30, you really should only be thinking about how I can make
Six,
$6 to $10 a
six
day. And
bucks.
if you do that, then you
That
successful.
10% grows each day. Oh, it might be
It,
6 today, tomorrow it could be 11 at that 6, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, or just $7. It goes from 60.
And then you grow that 10% until you got 1,000, and then again
right.
10% until you got the face at
Nobody,
150.
nobody's where they're at on accident. Like obviously you can skip the steps. I'm just saying I didn't. I got
Oh yeah,
didn't put my $1,000 in the market. Like, but the what made me feel away is like you can't skip the steps. The money is there regardless of how much money I put in, and I've put in enough time to know, regardless of how much money I put in, the money is going to be there.
It's a percentage game.
It's a percentage game, and the issue is me being there. And if you're not like, if you're not locked in and disciplined with $100, you're not gonna be disciplined with $1,000. Like it, my losses come from not being disciplined, from taking moves and being greedy, like, or doing things that like I know are a risk, and be basically just being greedy. So if I'm being greedy with profits that I might be able to make with $100, I'm already knowing
yeah,
them when I'm
yeah.
Per trade,
in there.
what number of profit were you like averaging for your trades? I'm just trying to give you a number parallel so you can understand what I'm saying. Like with a
About
$100 account, what like per trade, is it like $10, $6, 8?
average, averaging realistically, shooting for about 10%, but averaging realistically 20 to 30% that I'm taking out of every trade.
So that's $20.
Right, out of 100, that's $8 to $10 or $8 to $15 out of $80. Like,
If you could do
I,
that for a week, that's now you could possibly double that money. Well, the 20%, you know what I'm saying? But 10% realistically, if you do that for a week, you're at 150 now. Next week, that instead of making 10, that's 15 you're making. You see what I'm saying? Or but I'm trying to tell you, like you're gonna in the process of getting these 10% plays, you're gonna catch a 60% play, like just from being
Yeah.
in the
exactly.
right play. But also that gives you, hey, you might also be down 10%, or you know what I'm saying? You have to
Mm-hmm.
prepare for both
Mm-hmm.
same account. So that's why it's like take 10% sometimes, but like this week shows me taking 10%. You have to be greedy sometimes in the market. The plays
Yeah.
the plays are 200% plays, and you got all that 10% because you're scared of losing your money. So it's like that's the real gamble is when
But
those
You really
exist.
gotta you gotta set rules for yourself.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Because
like
And
you know, if
10%.
you maybe 10% ain't your rule, but like I don't know. I don't know how people set rules, but I know I used to think about, and I used to break my rules all the time. Like
Bro,
right.
when I
have a
was
press
trading,
target.
like I break my rule all the time just to see what happened, and it just teach me something. But I'd have a rule, like I'd be like, all right, I made the money I wanted to make. If it like say like I was in a trade and my the goal for the play was to make $20, but I was at like $35. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna see if it go to 40, and if it don't go to if it dropped down to say like my goal was $20. If it dropped, I want to see if it go. I want to see it go as far as it can go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but if it dropped down to like $26, then I'm getting out the fucking place. I'm not about to lose money off on this trade. Like I'd say that goal, and so a lot of times I take out and I lose like $2 because I broke my fucking rule. But
Similar
those rules be goddamn helping.
similar situations. I'll be in a lot of mornings in that turbulent market just before it kind of chose a direction when it was still being very bullish. But then just before this last, like basically just before last week, in that very drastic drop that SPY did, I'm trading SPY and I'm up. I've hit my 10%. I'm looking good. I'm where I want to be, right? I'm sitting there holding on, wishing and hoping for that extra 10%, extra 15, 20%. Like, hey, this one has motion, it's moving in a way that is cool. And the issue with me is I'm working while I'm trading. So
Hell
it
yeah.
I might have 10 minutes where I am intensely engaged in something else.
Yeah.
That's a no-go. And I've been what really kind of like not put me off the market, but made me step back and say, hey, you got to lock in those numbers. And when you commit, like when you committed to these trades and you trading, you have to be committed to trading no in between because and take your trades. You can't not take your trades or take trades that are maybes
Are
because
you
you want
taking
to
the presented ones, like the ones that
know.
they're presenting to you, or these are all just like you personal, like
I,
your jobs at it?
so there's an issue too there. Like it's a funny situation because I try to take exactly what I see, like what they give, but then also a part of me just like to be right. So I like to like take trades that are not exactly what they say. And I'm not even like that's not the part that I have an issue with. Cause those be the trades that pay me. Like I see this area, I'm sitting watching, and they say, "Hey, uh, sometimes they not as engaged or wait wanting that trade as much as me, so those levels will be hit and I'll catch it um, off of a trade that kind of I saw rather than them saying get in right now and get out right now. But it's really sticking to the get in right now and get out right now is because it's just my setup. Like I have to figure out a way to, and
That's
even if that means me taking, you know, literally taking out at 10% or taking out at 8%, just taking out a safe amount and missing out. FOMO
you can't miss
is
out when you win. It's
FOMO is gonna make you pay every single time. Like I'm gonna hold on to that shit thinking that it's gonna be this is the ticket, and then wind up losing that whole, option.
I get what you mean by working while you're trading, bro. I was driving the truck one day, me and Cody on the phone, and I mean 5 minutes, like I'm on the highway. And while I'm driving the truck, most of the time, if I'm on the highway, I'm just driving straight. I could really get on my phone and do something. It'll still take me some time, but I just so happen to be getting off the interstate to get to a truck stop to fuel up, and
Mm-hmm.
like within those 5 minutes,
The
Cody had told me to take this play right before I got off the interstate. So I'm in the play and it's not doing much. And then within the 5 minutes of me getting off the interstate, so I can't look at my phone, can't touch my phone. I think Cody might have made like $50. And by the time I got to the truck to
your name,
stop, I had only it dropped down. So I might have made like $10. But Cody had already got out. And I was like, God damn. But that shit just still excited me
but
just because I knew it was possible.
that play right there is a perfect example. Like if you got out with $10 because you was to get out, when you were able to get out. Imagine if you were not able to get out at all, or if you
Right,
said,
right, right.
or if you got to the truck stop and said, "Damn, it was just up. Cody had $50. Let me see if it goes back to there." You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
man. I would
for a
just
few minutes.
my, my whole thing. This is it, and I know it sounds like I don't want y'all to ever have y'all trust in nobody else ever, but with their calls, bro, take their information as like a commentator. You know what I'm saying? Like commentating a basketball game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they might get their calls wrong.
But I mean, a lot of the time, to be honest, bro, they not missing, bro.
They're not missing, but it could be wrong. They just going on what they see. So we all looking at
Have
the
your
same.
have your whole basically have your own game plan. Like have
Mm-hmm,
areas that you have marked off. Like that's why I'm getting off early because that's what I saw on my chart. I
mm-hmm.
saw it rejecting right here, so I'm getting out of my calls at this point in the because I don't want to no drawdown, get in, get out. But like, yeah, that's I'm like at the 100 level, you can't get so many contracts, but at 1,000 level,
Right.
you can
You can get more than one
when it's
play.
at 10%, you can sell some. When it's at 20%, you can sell more. Like you can continue to keep selling until you run out of contracts to sell. But if you got one contract, as soon as it hit 10% down, like, oh shit, should I stay in the play? You
Yeah,
gotta pick one. You can't like have some
that
in.
that that is the upside of having more bankroll because it's not even because you're looking at it that exactly what you said. It's not just the money wise, but it's the amount of play because you can't there ain't no and I done tried it. There ain't no you good man. There ain't that many $3 plays. You can only use $3 and you're gonna make some money. Like but if you got there's 20, 40, 50, $60 plays. And if you only got $60 to play with, you can only do one play that day. You
This
know what
is
I'm
the
saying?
play
So
that a $100 account could have been in eight. I was in a AMD play. It cost $30 per contract. It might have been 31. It went to 91 per contract. I'm just like, bro. And I might have got out at like most of mine at like 50. I literally had 20 contracts, bro. I had 20 contracts of a $30 contract. So I could get out five. I can get out 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in there. But like, yeah, man, that's just how I feel about it. It's better than sports betting for sure. Like I'm only one. I
yeah,
took a
yeah.
parlay today for $5. I already know it ain't hitting, but
Man, it's different.
to me,
It's
it's
a different
better
animal.
because you can
To
get
get
out.
that stock yeah, options is better for sure, but
Options get better.
options
The
is better for sure.
only
But
difference,
man, when you trail in the right Discord is the same thing. Just trusting they plays. People
but
be hitting.
I feel that
I
though.
don't know.
think about options is
It's
you gotta pay taxes.
You gotta pay taxes for sports bet too.
For real.
Yeah, it's
So
yes.
every time you crack and they give you your money, you're supposed to pay them back in taxes.
It's a part of your tax, bro.
Wait, so they take the taxes out for you?
I don't know how it's
no, no,
reported
no,
to
no, no,
you.
no. It's like a DoorDash and like you supposed to
You
do it.
you supposed to do this.
Yeah.
You supposed to report that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
that's
You can't
another.
win money for free. You gotta pay your tax every time.
Oh, can't get no money. You
What?
get some money. Need that Uncle Sammy. What's his name? Joe Biden ass finna pull up. I heard you smacked on the. Heard you smacked on the heat last.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bro, we gotta
One
talk
day.
these business when on the next one, bro, because um, I want to get your opinion on the Drake one, more in-depth opinion on the Drake, the Kanye jumping in there trying to be a part of some shit. And um,
That's the most old nigga shit a nigga could do.
yeah, it's crazy.
Cause
Um,
then nobody even say your name. You wasn't talked about. You wasn't hinted at.
But
Nobody
he
even.
just
the funniest line was the J.Cole line. That can't even lie, that was funny.
he told him said J.Cole put you to sleep, something like that.
He said he said make the thing dry when you hear
I'll make
J.Cole. So we touched on it a little bit earlier. Drake released the Taylor Made diss track featuring AI.
was that last night? I was driving when it happened. Was that last night or the night before?
Feel like it was damn near 3 nights ago.
Time be
If
blind.
today's Sunday, it probably was like Thursday, Wednesday
All
or
gone.
Thursday.
All gone. Gone, gone. Hmm. Yeah, man. I like what
You don't know.
what I like to what I like about it is it kind of him just the idea of him doing what he did with Snoop Dogg and Tupac. Like like I always felt like rappers are like rappers are like technically better because there's more like flows. Like Tupac didn't flow. Like when you listen to that diss track, like Tupac didn't flow like that. But imagine if he did.
Man, fuck him.
Who, Tupac?
Nah, fuck Drake. That shit was lame as hell.
You one of them niggas. Whatever that nigga do, that shit suck.
Nah, nigga, because when he dropped his last project, the deluxe hours, scary hours, I was on the podcast saying that was the best Drake project I heard since nothing was the same.
That. Why
So
you
I'm gonna
think
give a
it
nigga
suck?
his props.
Why you think Taylor May suck though?
Because it's like that nigga used AI, and then use a. It'd be different if you only use a. It'd be only.
So you make beats. Why you making? Why you using a laptop to make a beat? Why you ain't using an MPC? Right.
Because the thing is, okay, with that same thought, imagine if I used a beat. For example, maybe what if I use a sample of a nigga that I can have access to? Like imagine I sample Cody's song or sample your song without your permission, and I could just easily just text you. That nigga could have called.
Niggas do that all the time. Niggas sample shit all the time.
But here's the thing, though. Snoop Dogg's still alive. Tupac is dead. I can see Tupac AI, but Snoop Dogg's still alive. But he knows Snoop wasn't gonna do no shit like that.
How you know?
Because he would have asked Snoop to do the diss track. Why use AI if he can get the real nigga on the track?
Because he wanted to write for Snoop Dogg, and that's easier to write for Snoop Dogg by using AI. And this go back into the conversation. That's why I asked you about the MPC shit. It's
the same as MPC. It's the same. It's not AI though. MPC is the same as FL Studio.
No, yeah. I'm saying, however they created, like people literally drumming in the studio is not how we make music now. And back then, when people said, "Oh, y'all using virtual instruments, y'all not musicians.
Y'all not making real music.
Y'all not making real music," and that's not been the case. So like that, the resistance that you're telling me is the same resistance as those people were, and I'm telling you, there's something about AI that you could probably use. Maybe you don't like him using Tupac or Snoop. I don't know. I don't see why it's a problem. You know, people had a problem with auto-tune. Everybody uses auto-tune now. I don't see why it's a problem. But I do think why the part of the problem is who did it. I think that's part of the problem. Because if Kendrick Lamar came out with a Tupac AI, I don't think y'all would be so fucked up about it because y'all love fucking Kendrick. But because you hate Drake already, it's something else you could say about it's one of the only things you could say about him. He goes right. You didn't say the verse sucked. Said the verse good.
It was alright.
Niggas ain't saying what he wrote for Tupac was trash. Niggas is saying, "Oh, you corny for using Tupac's voice."
But the nigga's a pedophile. He said it himself, so we're gonna add that to that shit too.
Man, he didn't say that. He didn't say that he was a pedophile.
Who said that?
He was see.
The nigga's a pedo, man. It's all right, man. We know what he did with Millie Bobby Brown, man. We know what he did.
What did he do?
He texting a damn 15-year-old talking about season 3 of damn Stranger Things. What are you doing? You're 30 years old. My niece is 15 years old. My niece is 15 years old. I want to ask her about shit.
If he a pedophile, we call him a pedophile. I ain't gonna argue that. I won't argue.
You can't even commit to playing devil's advocate with them kind of things.
I'm just saying.
But I think this is what I truly believe is, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about, and it's the same thing with Pat Mahomes. I always find myself in this situation where I'm defending the person. In my head, it is, and I just make connections. Pat Mahomes to me has been the greatest quarterback the last 4 or 5 years, and I think everybody can say that. You might not maybe greatest of all time. That's argued, but he's the best in the league. Before he won the Super Bowl, during the playoff run, I'm telling people he's probably about to win another Super Bowl, and people are telling me why he's not. And then he does it, and you get what I'm saying? I always find myself like whoever's at the top, people don't like whoever's at the top. And you'll find a reason not to like him. Now, Drake being a pedophile, I ain't gonna argue that. Because I really don't. That's a situation, that's type shit you don't really question. It look weird for sure. But what I can say is, pedophile shit aside, it don't matter what this nigga do. Niggas don't like what he do.
Was it
And
Born,
it's
bro?
and
Was that song Born to you?
the Taylor Made?
Yeah.
No, I fucked with it. I love like, and that's the thing. I love Tupac, so I love the flows.
What do
he
you
was
rate that
using. I fuck with
on
this
the
shit.
5-star? Because we've basically rated all of the disses so far.
Out of 5 stars,
Yeah.
probably like a 3.5.
So that makes
Like I would call it. I would
That's
call it
fair.
like I call it a 7 if it was
That's
out
fair.
of 10 stars. I don't think it was one of his best. Like he's poking the bear. He ain't even trying. And I wish they would just come out and do it. But I don't know if they even in that headspace.
But what
But
is that?
I
What
don't
does
think it
that
was born.
mean? But what's them coming out and doing it? How is this not them coming out and doing it? I
I
think
mean, like
this is them coming out and doing it.
me calling, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I just said. I said I don't know if they got it in them anymore. I don't know if they care enough to come out and create their best songs anymore. That is
That's
what
what I'm
I'm
saying,
saying.
bro. We know this ain't. That's why I'm like,
I don't think it's Drake's best song. No, of course not.
if you
I
got it
don't
at
think
3 point,
Kendrick.
listen, if you got it at 3.5, you're saying this is the worst diss out of all three so far?
Yes, it's not even like he's playing. Like even the Taylor Made shit, he's playing with him. He's not even like he's not even. That's what I'm saying. This
What
is
about
my point.
push-ups?
This is my point right here.
What about push-ups?
Yeah, what about push-ups? What do you
Probably
think about push-ups?
right around the same rating.
Ish, what about you on a scale of 5? 5 stars, my bad.
And let me ask y'all this: where's like that to y'all?
I think it's actually a good song outside of it being a good diss.
I'm
So
talking
that
about
gives me the high score.
Kendrick's verse.
Kendrick's verse.
Chris's verse is a solid
I'm giving that a
4.5.
4.5 out of 5.
And Kendrick's verse on like that is better than the Taylor Made.
For
Yes,
sure. Come
for
on, man.
sure. It's number
Come
one.
on,
It's the
man.
number one song. Like, what are we talking about?
No. We're not talking about number one song. We talking about the verse. I'm talking about, and
No,
The
that's why I
the
mean
verse,
like this
no.
shit. This is what I mean by it's very biased
That
because
verse makes it the
because
number one
it's
song, is what I'm saying.
no
exactly.
The whole song together, but that verse is why
no.
it's number
Right,
one.
right. But it's a lot of different things. Like we can't just say stuff like that. We got to
No,
say it
bro.
all.
But that's me saying it all.
Metro Boomin made the beat.
Bro,
One of the
that's not why it's
biggest.
number one. It's not the beat.
Man, look, y'all, I ain't even gonna go
It's
crazy
the
today.
I would
I
say
ain't
I
gonna
would
go
say this.
crazy today.
I
I'm
would
gonna let
let me
y'all
say
say
this.
what y'all
I'm
gonna.
not
I'm gonna
saying
let
the
y'all
beat.
say what
Let
y'all
me
say.
I'm
say
not
this.
saying the beat is it hard
Let
and
me
the beat
finish.
doesn't
Let me
make the
finish.
song
Let me
good.
finish one.
But that's why
Finish
it's
one.
number one because
Let
of
me
the
just say
Kendrick
this
verse.
point.
And
Y'all
that's
can say
fact.
what y'all want to say. Metro Boomin's one of the biggest producers, one of the biggest producing brands.
You're running around
Right?
what you're talking about.
He made the beat. He made the beat. Future's also on the song. He's one of the biggest rappers of all time.
Exactly. But nobody's talking about the Future verse.
Kendrick is also on the song, right? So that adds to it. And then they're also dissing one of the biggest rappers of all time.
Or is anybody talking about
When
the
you
Future
say
verse?
no, all I'm saying is when you say that verse is
It's
the reason why
4.5.
the song is number one, it's not the whole story.
Okay, so
It's
question.
only
It
part.
is
It's only
90%
part
of
of
the
the story.
Let me say this. Let me
It's
say this.
90% of the
So
story.
Let me
what you're saying is how
If
many
it
number ones? How many
if he
number
did
ones
that
does
verse
Kendrick
on a
have?
Big Sean song, it would have been number one.
How many? What? But just the verse and not him attacking Drake, or just him rapping.
If you put that same verse on Big Sean song, it's number one.
But And what about the verse makes it number one?
Because he's throwing shots at Drake. But let me say this though.
That's my whole point, bro.
Let
It's
me
not
say
just because the verses. It's because
He's
we all
attacking more than
agree.
just Drake.
We all agree.
He's
We all
but the
agree.
question-
more
Hold on,
than
hold
just
on, hold on,
Drake.
hold on. We all agree. We all agree this isn't Kendrick's best verse, right?
Not of all
It still
time,
can't
no.
be 4.5.
But see, you see how I'm asking a question? It ain't even it's a yes or no. It's not Kendrick's best verse, right?
No, it's not.
It's not his best verse,
Right.
but it's still
So
4.5.
so yes.
He has 5 verses. He has verses that are at 5.
Yes, he has way better verses than that.
But you're still running away.
And on those verses, did those songs go number one?
No.
Right. So
you think
when you say that,
what did Control do? I don't know. Maybe Control did. I don't know the facts. Did Control go number one for whatever the time was?
He said,
God. That
Did
did
it?
not go number one either.
Control
That
didn't.
wasn't the number one?
I don't think Kendrick has a number one. Maybe Humble went number one. Maybe. Like we're talking about number one in number one song in the country. That people don't have that many number ones. This was a perfect storm. This was a perfect storm for all of them. And I'm not saying the verse sucks. I'm saying when y'all say the reasoning for Kendrick's verse is better than the tailor-made song, and it is, and it's not even a question coming out of y'all mouths. That's just what y'all saying. And when y'all say
didn't even go number one with a Drake diss in it. The Weeknd is a bigger artist than Drake. The Weeknd has number one songs, but tell me why his song didn't go number one, because it wasn't as an impactful.
You're not a bigger artist than Drake.
The Weeknd,
you talking about the
Weeknd, bigger
Weeknd
artist than Drake.
You talking about the Weeknd song on the Future project?
Yes. It supposedly has shots at Drake, but I'm really just comparing the Weeknd and Kendrick. I'm saying the Weeknd is a bigger artist than Kendrick by far. The numbers will show.
I think it's I know y'all. So I know y'all, and so I know y'all. So I know before this moment, if we were to ask which artists do y'all all like more, Drake is gonna be not your favorite artist. I know over Kendrick.
Had this conversation.
Right. So when I
if I had one or the other, I said I want Drake's. If I had one or the other between both discographies, like if I only could pick one of their sets of music,
but y'all fuck with Kendrick more.
I feel like Drake has put out more, but I think Kendrick's better. Like Drake has put out more that I'll listen to. I think
that is the bias that you're adding to, because if you were to switch the artist, I feel like y'all would be saying the opposite. If Kendrick did everything that Drake's been doing and Drake did what Kendrick did, y'all would find a way to attack what, because it just don't make any
This is because he's light skinned, man. This is because he's light skinned. That's what it is, man. Drake is the most light skinned nigga in the world. So that nigga
is not more light skinned than J.Cole.
Nah, he light skinned. He more light skinned than J. Cole. I hate to say it. He way more light skinned than J. Cole.
J. Cole said sorry for a rap beef that hasn't even played out yet.
Yeah.
J. Cole saw the fire, saw the smoke before the fire. That's why the nigga tapped out. Drake, on the other hand, is the epitome of light skinnedness. Like everything about him. Actually, I ain't gonna put that on light skin, because I know some hard ass light skinned niggas. So he's just like, bruh. Like for him to go to the Sprite commercial Drake to say me was really going.
No. Wait. Why does J. Cole get off of this? Tell me why.
No, I'm saying.
What fire did he see? What smoke did he see that you feel like he should be getting out of here for?
That's what I'm saying.
J. Cole probably saw the fire. He probably saw the Rick Ross shit, because I know Rick Ross had that damn shit probably saved in the goddamn flash drive for a
Also, Drake
long time.
dissing Drake and his song is not going #1, bro. It's probably not charting. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, J. Cole's.
no, I'm saying Drake. I mean, Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Why isn't that's what I'm saying, bro. Like if we not going like
Bro, give Kendrick his props.
that's what I'm saying. You're
It's
acting
more
like Kendrick
important.
was by himself. Rick Ross was
But
by
I'm not
himself.
though.
Who
He's
made the
talking
Rick Ross
about
beat,
Future's
Cody?
verse. Have
Who
you
made
heard
Rick Ross's
anybody
beat? Who
TikTok
made the beat? You're asking me a question. You're saying stuff, but it's not really making sense.
But it is though.
Rick,
How is it not
who
making
made,
sense?
bro,
How is it not
who
making
made
sense, bro?
because, bro, because the Rick
I'm
Ross
telling
song,
you why
who
his
made the
verse is
beat?
good, and you're
The
telling me
Rick,
why it's overrated because I'm
no,
hating Drake.
You saying, you just said, why didn't the Rick Ross one go #1? And I'm
Because
telling
Rick
you,
Ross can't rap. We're not
because
on the
Rick
same
Ross was
level.
by himself.
Ross
When has
Don't
Rick Ross
say
ever
Rick
gone
Ross
up?
can't rap, man. Don't
Rick
say Rick
Ross
Ross
can
can't
rap
Nobody
on the
said that.
level. Rick Ross can rap on the level of Drake and
I
Kendrick.
can't even say what I'm saying because y'all saying stuff.
But that's how I feel.
But
Rick Ross
it don't
can.
even matter what I say because you're still gonna make a point that's ignores what I'm saying, which is fact.
What are you saying though? You're saying that it took
There was
Metro and Future to
Metro
have that as
made the
well.
beat. There was 4 collabs on one song.
4 collabs on one
It was,
song.
nah, I get what you're saying, bro. It was the
Yeah,
perfect. It was the perfect storm. It was the perfect storm.
yeah.
Right.
It was a
So
But
when
what
you
Metro,
are
a
say
people
Metro
talking
beat.
about in that storm?
so when Cody says why didn't Rick Ross go #1, and it's because Metro didn't make the beat. He didn't have Future on the hook. The beat that he used isn't a trap influence. The type of
Tell me
shit
a
that goes
quotable from Future's
#1.
verse. Can you tell me one thing Future said in his verse? Just anybody.
That doesn't even matter because
Can
just
you tell
having
me
Future
one
on the
thing Future
song.
said in his verse?
No, I cannot. No, I cannot. But
All I'm
that
saying is
doesn't
Tell
mean
there's
you
more
one
records
word he
on this.
said on the song.
There's 15 other tracks with Future and Metro Booming on the
yeah, I
album
got it, bro. All
that
right,
are not on.
Kendrick's the only reason why I like that when #1. Go,
It's
go ahead.
75
Y'all,
to 90% of the
it.
reason.
You got it.
It's
You got it.
75 to 90% of the reason.
You got it. You got it, bro. It don't make sense, but I know that's the narrative that niggas want.
It's 15 other tracks on the project that aren't #1, but there's one that's #1. Every other song had Future and Metro as well, but this is the one that made it to #1.
Nigga, fuck your big three. Nigga, it's just me.
And that's all he said. That's all he said.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Hey, bro.
Man, Cody's a major troll, man. Like, you gotta understand that shit, though, bro.
That's why I'm
Like,
saying I ain't got nothing else to say. Like, I don't even know. There ain't nothing else I can say, bro.
You said it
There ain't
yourself.
nothing else
That
I
one
can say.
before to you, Silu. You said J.Cole's was you said that his was 4, and I know you don't believe that it was 4. And then
Yeah, I do.
and
Yes, I
then
do. That
Drake's
song is hard.
3.5. So
That
you're
song is
saying what I'm
hard.
saying. We're agreeing.
he's saying 7-minute drill is a 4.
He said 7-minute drill was a 4.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Why?
7-minute drill.
Why can't it be?
That's a
the best
cold
song
bias.
J.
Like you
Cole
say, we got
said?
Kendrick bias. Like you say, we got Kendrick bias. That's a very cold bias, man.
But
Come on, man.
it's
Cole got
not.
5 verses. Cole got
It
5
can't.
verses to you, Silu?
Cole do got 5 verses. Come on now. We're not
Of
gonna disrespect
course.
Cole.
I
Cole
think.
got
I
five.
think.
So
Five verses.
how is that a 4? If we know what 5 verses he got, I know what y'all talking about. How is that
Maybe my scale is different than y'all scale, but when I think about a 4, I think about an 8. So there's such thing as a 4.5. There's such thing as 10s. You get what I'm saying? There's such thing as 9s. Two things can go, and this is my thing. More than one thing can be true. Everything don't got to be extreme. J. Cole, I can think J. Cole's song was a 4 and Like That was a 4. And I can think that Like That deserves to be #1. And J. Cole's song deserves to be exactly where it is. I can also understand why one song went #1 and the other didn't. It doesn't have to be because I think J. Cole's song was a 4. Just
I'm just
because
saying
I
based
think
on
it's
your
a
rating.
4 doesn't.
based on your ratings, you're proving we shouldn't even have an argument. Is all I'm saying. Based on your
Why?
ratings of the
Why though?
song.
I don't get why.
Because you just said it. Like That is a 4, 7 Minute Drill is a 4, and the Drake song is 3.5.
What that got to do with my argument?
So who winning the beef, bro? That's all I want to know. Who winning the beef in your eyes, Sulu?
Who's winning? Like, who's in the lead right now?
Yeah.
J.Cole, because he was the bigger man.
Yeah, no. That nigga canceled out of the beefs, or out of all rap beefs, until he say something. He say something to Kanye.
Chris Brown the winner of all the beefs.
He really is.
Chris Brown in the lead of
Did
all
I
beefs.
hear it? Chris Brown verse? Was Chris Brown rapping on like that?
To me, it's hard. It's very hard for me to say this is me being. This is me being. This is me being. And this is me being biased because I love all of them. I literally over the past 15 years been trying to figure out how to be Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake all at the same time. So that's who y'all talking to. You get what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even know that this nigga had a project called C4. So I'm one of the biggest fans of all three of them.
I did listen to C4. I spent a lot of time listening to C4. I didn't remember it, but I did listen to C4. I did.
So it's hard for me to say anybody's in the league because I know what Drake has done. Drake has done more, but I know Kendrick.
My granny,
so I know
my granny could judge this fairly because
I feel like
my granny should be able to judge this without knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Without knowing. I didn't listen to Overly Dedicated like that. Like I might have heard it once, you know what I'm saying? But
Kanye won the beef, man.
That Kanye verse was weak. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was weak.
Chill out.
That shit was weak.
That
shit was weak.
The production was terrible. I hate the way what they did to that beat. You should just
let Kanye popped up with no provocation and just started slapping everybody. Kanye won the beef, man.
Nah, man. Kanye really just tried to implement himself. He been beefing Drake for 10 plus years. I understand that, but you could have just said this one out, bro. Like, nigga.
Nope.
I would have just said it out.
Nope. Kanye won the beef, man.
There's money to be made.
I like it. I like it. I hope everybody get in it. I hope somebody call me and be like, we need your help. I hope, because I'll be Spider-Man. Like y'all seen Spider-Man in Civil War when Iron Man kept telling him to go home.
Didn't the baby do it?
The baby, what'd he do?
I think he did a freestyle.
Yeah,
I think he did a like that freestyle. And I think he needs to be in the conversation.
He just freestyled on him.
Me and Silu was talking about a conspiracy, like basically that they're all working together, you know what I'm saying?
Well, duh. Y'all didn't know that shit? It's because why in the world would the top 3 rappers beef with each other in the most inopportune? Like, come on, man. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of this year they do a joint album, all 3 to do a joint album.
Yeah.
No. That would be some very Diddy activity right there.
Man, bro, I really the beef aside, and this topic aside, I hope this podcast blow up, and I hope we all blow up, and I can't wait until Tory believes the conspiracy theories about us that he knows ain't true.
Hell yeah, Tory, I did that shit, Tory.
Because if it's a conspiracy, Tory on board.
Tory, did you know that I was Dr.
They gonna be like, yeah, y'all know Tory, that nigga CeeLo in the Illuminati. That's why out the box.
Tory,
I blew up. That's why they got all them number ones. Tory gonna be like, hell yeah, I was there when CeeLo sold his soul. I was there. What you think?
Did you know that I'm Dr. Sebi nephew?
Say what?
I'm Dr. Sebi nephew.
Hey man, I don't put shit past nobody.
Yeah, I'm out here.
Hey, bro, I wouldn't be claiming that. They out here trying to arrest everybody that he might know.
I'm really Dr. Sebi nephew.
All I'm saying is when we make it, and for some reason I do some crazy shit and I fall off, I'm turning Jaguar right. I'm exposing everybody.
So I just got back from the.
Let me say this though. as far as the three beats collide into one.
You
Like,
gotta eat this every morning.
what's that? Nigga got some wheatgrass, man. Come on, tell about man, but like for real though. So like as far as the beef, like y'all niggas know I'm a conspiracy theory ass nigga as y'all get established, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was all part of the plan. Now I think the Rick Ross, first of all, Quavo and Chris Brown, that shit is real. That shit probably ended violence. Rick Ross and Drake, I think that actually may be real. But as far as Drake,
Hold on, what's Quavo and Chris Brown beefing over?
Bitches, lady
and Sweetie, girls,
some young women.
That's gay.
It's like,
and that's what it seemed like the beef with Drake and everybody else is over some women. Like, why are y'all these niggas, these multi-millionaire, damn near billionaire niggas fighting over IG hoes?
Ain't got nothing to beef over.
Like, why? It's another thing. Why everybody in the industry fucking the same hoes? They just get tossed around. Y'all can't find no local hoes.
It makes sense.
Hoes,
it makes sense, and they said it on the podcast, and do make sense. Who else you gonna fuck with? Who else could understand the lifestyle?
Bring a new hoe in. Like, show her lifestyle.
Man, I'm changing her life every other week. You ain't finna hop in this car, take this 10K with you. That ain't even tricky because I got it. Let's motherfucking have fun. Get that shit to your mama, quit your job. Come on, I'm changing lives every week. Here you go to college.
She ain't gonna. How you think she gonna treat you if you do that?
He said paying tuition.
Now you pay the girl tuition, right? She got to go to school. She go to say she go to UTK. You a rapper. You got to go on tour. You about to be in LA. Every celebrity about to be around there. You think your regular girl gonna be able to understand you being around?
Life's short. If she got the tuition, that's a car. That's a month at a resort somewhere. That ain't nothing. I would be playing a whole different game.
Ain't enough money to make them change. They got to be part of it to understand.
It ain't.
No, they don't. They don't.
The great part about it is that there's no short supply. Like,
for sure.
When you go pick up the waitress at the restaurant. Have her quit her job.
Of course they doing that. And I think that's what happens, right? They go these certain, like you got to understand once you, it's really like going to a college, right? You went to a school, you know how the culture is, you know how the people are. Right. You went to a certain bar, you went to a certain place to eat, you went to a certain place to room. You got to understand who you're close to. So if you go to Miami, if you a rapper and you on tour and you go to Miami, LA, Chicago, this, that, and the third, you a rapper. There's only certain places you can go. You can't go everywhere. You can't just go to the Waffle House, bro.
But see,
so when you go in the rooms that other rappers go, you're seeing the same women that this other rapper, what's the name was here last week, and you there this week,
and you falling in love.
Who else you gonna fall in love with? You gonna fall in love with who's around you.
What Baby King say? It's a lot of hoes here, a lot of lost souls trying to find me a bitch that no one knows.
Sound good.
Man.
You see that bitch right there? She fuck Romeo.
You may not know her, but 100 people back home know her. So it's just like,
right.
Yeah.
Everybody got a story that's untold.
You play that game regardless, like to an extent. I don't know. We talked about women in cars before. Like, I don't know. You going and grabbing a used Altima because it got rims on it, or a used fucking. Let me not say an Altima, but like, what's a car that, like a Scat Pack? It's
Somebody
like a Scat Pack.
The transmission, brother.
It's like purchasing a Scat Pack and then being mad. Like it's like purchasing the scat pack in an area where scat packs are stolen in a lifestyle, living a lifestyle where people steal scat packs from each other, and knowing that everybody steals scat packs and knows how to crack a scat pack. Like if you know everybody knows how to fucking crack Kias in your city and the kids are cracking Kias in your city, you're not gonna buy a Kia. These niggas is buying scat packs in a group of scat pack thieves and then wondering why they scat pack got stole. Don't nobody know how to
Tell,
fucking steal the GTR or the fucking
But
uh motherfucking
telling them
Porsche.
that,
Don't
oh, bro,
nobody
I
even
just
know
got
you
how to
some
you
get
scat
into
pack.
the
you
Porsche.
you're also missing key information, which is what I be saying all the time when we be talking. Right? That sound good. Like if that's really the truth, yes, I would understand. But who's stealing the scat packs though? It'd be one thing for
The
imagine me.
individuals in that industry who is cracking your hoe. Another nigga in the industry. So you
Probably
going to
multiple.
you grabbing an industry
Bro, that
girl
sound good, bro.
and
But let me
losing it to an
let me
industry nigga. That's some industry shit. Can only happen if
ish
you in the industry.
ish. Let me finish real quick. The nigga that's stealing the scat pack
Uh-huh.
is somebody who you seen with one, who you grew some rapport with, who you
Mm-hmm.
didn't think would steal your shit from.
He the one
So
that taught you how
imagine,
to steal a scat pack.
imagine.
Bro,
So
he's
so
the
all
one
so
that
all the
taught you
niggas
how
still
to
the same
steal scat.
all the niggas still the same scat pack? Every nigga is still the same scat pack?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Every nigga is still
He
in the
And it's
2018
bro,
scat pack.
Yeah. It
and
gets
it's a
yeah.
nigga
sold
that
and
you
sold and then
and it's a
sold
nigga
again.
you know, and a nigga that you seen, and a nigga you done made money with, and you like, hey, bro,
Bro, if he done
I
taught me
really
how to
fuck.
steal scats, if he done taught me how to steal scats and we done stole scats together, that's his nature and that's the car that I have. If he need it, he
That
gonna
ain't
take
I know what these industry hoes be like. They're NFTs.
They
the
lose the value over
NFT.
time. Oh,
Somebody
I don't.
just
It ain't just, and what I've been trying to say is it's not just Carucci, because they arguing over Carucci. Not I don't think I well she probably does. It's not just general. We've been making a lot of general statements, and when you say them the way you say them, it makes sense. But when you actually put it in context, and it's um somebody you, it ain't even about you stealing the
how
scat
you
pack.
got two scat
It's
packs and
it's
you mad
about
somebody stole one of them?
you being you're see we're basing it off of the actual thing instead of thinking about who did it and what that means. It's not it's the principle more than it is you stole my girl. It's you stole my girl. Quavo, you stole my girl, and we had history together. We might not have been close, but I done broke bread with you or your family. I
But
done helped you, did this.
They
I done
probably done
it's
seen
a
sold
whole
you,
scat
and
packs
code.
together.
I done put
It's a
you on.
whole
When you think
code.
about Rick Ross and Drake, they have a
Oh,
relationship. So it's not
Bro,
just him sending the cease and desist. It's Drake, I done fuck with you in different situations. I done helped you in different situations. You're gonna do that to me.
you gotta
That's why
expect it, bro. It's on this track
so
record.
those are two different things.
even if you
Tho-
expect it,
Those are
it's
two different
still
things.
all right. Look. If I
That's
were to do
business and
any
pleasure.
if all right, look, if I were to do any of y'all dirty, how y'all gonna feel?
Bro,
If a random nigga do any of y'all
You
dirty,
had a
how y'all gonna
history
feel?
of doing niggas dirty, then I wouldn't be as upset. Is
But
if
you would
bro,
be more
if you
upset at
if you
me
made a
than you
song,
would
if you
no,
be if it
made a
was
not
a
if you
song,
already
random.
had a history of
if
doing
you
niggas
made a
dirty.
song, if you made a song,
So
CD
you
that
telling me
said,
you telling me, Cody, a random nigga robbing you right now, that's gonna feel the same way as me robbing you,
Only if you have a
I'll be
history.
more mad
You
at a rant.
even
have a
if I got a
history of
history.
stealing or robbing people. It would be like,
Then
I'll
then
oh,
be more
I
mad
would
at a
think this
then
dude
rant
would rob me too.
then
You see what I'm saying?
I, okay.
because how did
If
you
you had a
even
Yeah,
get to
history of
me?
robbing,
I
I'm
don't
saying
think nothing lasts.
what I'm saying is, and you're also assuming that these people have this history that y'all talking about, but obviously people are different. I'm thinking
These hoes ain't loyal.
I'm thinking these niggas got relationships. Like Metro had a relationship, Future had a relationship with Drake. They didn't think Drake would do whatever he did.
I
Supposedly, we
think
don't
they had
even
a
know
relationship
what
like
happened.
Meek Mill and P. Diddy
You gotta
because
expect it, bro.
it ain't no
It's known
reason
that
for
he
them to
beating
be going
everybody's
back
girl,
and
bro.
forth about that.
But
You know what it is. On some
so think
player shit, you know what it is.
so y'all saying Future is wrong for being mad at Drake?
No, I'm saying if Chris Brown and Quavo is beefing over hoes, they're gay.
Specifically Future,
But
knowing who Future is, what he's preaching in his music, for him to be this mad about one girl doesn't match the criteria of what he's been
Yes, that's
about
some gay shit. Y'all
for
got plenty of girls and y'all
20
make
years.
songs every day about how loving a woman is not with the mood. So now all of a sudden you love a woman and you mad at a man because you love a woman? No, that is gay.
Drake, that you know is
Y'all
going
don't love
to
them
be the girl
women.
regardless.
You make songs about not loving the women.
It really doesn't make sense why they would be this mad, to be honest.
You sing songs all day about not loving the women, and then all of a sudden you love the women so much that you're gonna kill a man over it? No, that is not how this works.
I think there is, like, it sounds good, y'all, when y'all talk like this generally, but when there's specifics involved, it ain't just
That's
that,
what I'm
bruh.
saying. It
That's
sounds
not how
good when
shit.
they sing
That's not
songs
how
about
shit. That's not
hating
how
If you're
shit
women.
mad
be,
in this
bro.
situation, you have to look at it on a general level. Like if you got mad, I feel like if they just sat down and thought about it on this level, how are you still mad?
Bro,
Because
You
it be stuff be happening, bro. You go to a club and you and the other nigga there, it be shit that be happening. And that it be the stuff that fuels you being mad. That's what I'm saying. It's not just what y'all saying. It's everything else that's around it
beefing
too.
over a female is crazy.
That's how
Beefing
shit
over a
start.
female, beefing over a female, and you have pick of the litter is gay. You have something, you love that man, and that man has, like you said, that man has betrayed your trust because you love him like you don't, like you're not supposed to love no other man. That is weird shit. That ain't over no
I
woman,
don't.
bro. You sing songs every day about how you
Yo,
hate
that
women,
shit.
how you don't
That
fuck with that bitch, how you
I
don't love that
I
hoe.
think
That's some
I
gay
think it
shit, bro.
I think it sound good when you say it like that.
Man,
If you had say you fuck
you
with a girl
seen
and
Jaden
then
Smith and Jaden Smith and Justin Bieber licking on each other neck and shit at Coachella? Come on, man. They gay.
that's a totally different conversation. If
No,
you
it's
was
not,
dealing,
bro. No, it's not, bro, because
y'all got
Jaden
it, bro.
Smith and Justin
Y'all
Bieber
got it
would
today.
show
It's y'all
love to each
pod
other
today.
normally.
Nigga can't even say shit.
The Outbox podcast does not discriminate against any sexual orientation.
No, we
Gender.
don't. We don't. We don't. We
these
don't.
opinions do not reflect how Out the Box as a brand feels overall about
But,
everything.
but is NBA YoungBoy that song? Not NBA YoungBoy. What's the dude? Not the NBA NLE Chopper.
What
Y'all
about
seen what he did last week?
no,
You ain't see Lil NLE Chopper where he dropped last week? The little videos and stuff.
no.
Nah. Oh, you talking about, yeah, if I was sexy, I'd suck my own dick type shit.
Yeah, that's not questionable to you. It's not
I mean,
wild.
I don't
Like
think
the
that's
industry just being
it's just
weird.
like Future Drake and Young Thug had a song "I'm Too Sexy for Myself." I don't think that's
Hey, bro, I don't think they're gonna jump back on. Let's see.
Did Luke hop off?
So what?
Did Luke hop off?
I'm about to see if we jump back on. Yeah, man. What you got going this upcoming week?
Yeah. Working, trying to get this little money, man. They told me they'll act some little commission to my shit, some little ooh. So I'm trying to wop, poop out. You feel me?
Yeah.
That shit made me like, I had overslept the other day and was late to work. Then they texted and said it was some overtime on Saturday. I was only late about 30 minutes. I had to put that shit back on my check. Man, the opportunity to sell, and I put some little numbers on the board and the little hours I put in on Saturday. Hey, that corporate shit, I'm not saying do it, but
Yeah.
I see
Got
why people do it.
Yeah, if you got an opportunity to do it and it's making sense, hell yeah. It got me, this is exactly what I needed to get back to where I needed to be. It put me in this
Yup.
situation now.
I think it's just taking me a little longer, but it's something that most definitely for this little transitional period of oop to wop. Because I like, I don't know, I with the training and with just life, I just feel like retirement, and I don't felt this way for the past 10, 15 years. So probably not the best, but I just feel like retirement is like 2 years away from me. Like I could just see myself not having to do nothing, like finding a sustainable way
Yeah.
within the next couple.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Dream high, brother, man. But for sure, we gotta, to retire, you gotta basically have some, you know what I'm saying, an investment that's paying you a certain amount or something. Because life is expensive. It's only getting more and more expensive. If y'all want to buy a house, if y'all want to buy a house, I could get y'all in one probably.
What'd you say?
I'm just, no, I'm just basically saying like it's expensive out here. You know what I'm saying? It's really expensive out here in the world. I would love to retire in 2 years, but hell no. Maybe,
I mean, plus retires, he go about 85 according to the government.
bro. I want to be a coach.
I got stuck out the box.
Hey
Do
man,
what?
hey man, I'm finna put something behind it. I think that's what. I think we just need that extra push. That
It's
pat
for
on
the
the
take
back.
off.
That pat
I
on the
don't
back.
know. Ain't gonna be no retirement. Ish. Cody about to have us in 360 deals on out the box.
Not me, brother,
This
man.
shit worse than it could have been.
Nigga, shit. Yeah, it's about exactly what it's gonna be.
He said 360 deals.
Yeah, nigga gonna have us selling merch on tour.
That deal gonna be crazy.
And everything we do outside of it in perpetuity, he get a cut of that.
Nigga, ain't a
On that
360, that's
legal
a
name.
720.
Hell no, brother, man.
I think he's slick.
They gonna give us like Jay Prince.
Yeah.
Somehow in the contract.
All I was saying on the previous conversation is I think it'd be like slick shit happening behind the scenes. Like I agree with you. It's some whole shit to do, argue with
It's a
over
deeper
women, but
connection
I think
than they give it credit
I
You
think
think it's some Diddy shit going on?
on
you know,
everything for real. Yeah.
Yeah, did y'all hear
possibly.
that Kendrick AI diss?
Damn.
Uh-uh.
But yeah, they said some Diddy shit was going on that one. He had a lot about Diddy on that one. That Drake and Diddy got something going on that so-called AI diss track, but
You think AI is the new turn to be leaked? You know, like or some
yeah.
shit like I got hacked.
Yeah, if it's good,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not AI. If it's bad, then it's AI. Like if it
You did
gets a
like
bad reception.
Drake's first, like the first push up was the quote unquote AI track. I heard the first like leak before they officially dropped it. That was like, oh, that's AI.
YB in the mirror said his last 2 years worth of music was AI.
Hey, bro, people making, yeah. Like I
How
said,
y'all feel about AI though? Like
I love it. It feels like a phone to me. Like there's
I
positive
want to use
things
it.
on it. Like,
do people like people be saying like if people be acting like if AI makes good music, they not gonna care if it's good music. They not gonna listen
I
to it. They
think
not gonna
I
I
think
think it's what happened.
focusing on music is like crazy. It's like if you had a 3D printer and all you focused on was ice trays. I don't know. It's like the even having it in the conversation of music is just like, what else could you do with it? I want to see if I can figure out how to make it work for me.
Exactly.
Do
That's what
my
all
job, like
No, right.
is
pick my
working.
voice and
Every
answer
process.
prompts.
Like, but is art supposed to be easy though? Certain, like, that's a good question. Is art supposed to be easy?
Is a
And I
DJ
don't think
making
it
art?
even.
What?
Is a DJ making art when he's got his mixing board and
Yeah,
he's setting
For
up
sure.
and
Definitely,
for
for
Sure.
sure.
that's art?
Yeah.
But
Sure.
definitely.
he's not making the instruments. He's not playing that song.
He's
He's not doing
curating.
all of that.
Just the way he's curating the playlist is an art.
Right. So being able to enter the prompts to the AI to have it
That's
do
Feel
what you
different.
want it to
exactly,
do is the exact same
exactly.
thing.
And I don't think people realize that, and they think it's just cheating. You know what I mean? And
But it's
that's
different though. You could tell
like
AI
Even
to
like
give me a playlist
even
of
like the
songs at
bots for
140 BPM,
sneaker
or you could just
sellers.
do it yourself. Like your ear can create a playlist, or you could tell AI, hey, give me the best 10 songs at the 140 BPM, that top 5 songs in the 2000s, and it'll give you a playlist. Or you could
and
just
it's gonna
go based off of your
and
own taste and come up with that same playlist or a
and the
different.
better you are at making the prompts, the better it is. And that's what always like is annoys me, because like if anybody tries to do with if anybody tries to do what was the AI Kendrick track, that kind of that I think what's the name hit him up. Somebody from OVO hit him up and was like, "Yo, that shit fire," um, because it almost sounded like him or whatever. It there's like if somebody doesn't rap, if they try to do it, and if Kendrick did it, Kendrick's AI is gonna sound better than the person who isn't good at rapping.
Kendrick's
True.
AI would sound
Um,
worse than the person who
Yeah,
isn't that good at rapping,
I
but
don't
is
know,
good
cause
at making AI.
it still was rap.
I feel like Drake's AI, like when he did Tupac and Snoop, he sound like Drake with Tupac and Snoop AI. So
Exactly.
I think you put Kendrick, like Kendrick lyric, like Kendrick spit an AI verse with
Of himself.
no. Go ahead.
Oh, give me a second.
I
Well,
don't think the artist can crack the code of their artwork the same way that somebody from the outside can crack that code and put it into a prompt. I feel like the artist in reality, and if they are producing at their truest form, is going to see a beat differently each time and approach that beat differently in a random way. Like you wouldn't be able to predict it, but because of the unpredictable ofness of it, it's like a formula that the AI would be able to put together, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah. You could say, give me 100 different approaches to a verse on this song, and it will give you 100 different approaches.
Like I
I
feel like
disagree. I think if somebody who cannot rap and does like as Kendrick's AI would be better than the person who can't rap, because Kendrick, part of rapping, part of being a DJ, part of being a producer is taste. The better if you know how something is supposed to sound, if you know what a double entendre is, if you the more knowledge you have about something, that's what fuels the prompts. So if somebody doesn't know what an
Right.
internal rhyme is, if somebody doesn't know what an internal
I
rhyme
don't
is,
think
how can they purposely tell AI to insert in, insert internal rhyme on this beat part of the song while the beat is doing this? Because at this part of the song, it's just like me and Tori, we just did the song that I just dropped, right? Too much. And he'll tell you that I only he mixed it for me, and he'll tell you that on the second verse, naturally the beat had a lot going on in the second verse, and in my opinion, at least if you took one of the instruments out, stand that. And that's just me telling an actual person. So if you can't tell the actual producer something, you're damn sure not going to be able to tell the AI. So I think artists, the best artists, period, will use AI better than a person who's not. It's gonna make the person that sucks at music, they'll be able to make music. People who are great at making music, it's gonna make their music even better. That's what I believe. In every other field too. If you're good at sports betting, when they create an AI tool for sports betting,
opportunity. So you said somebody that is not great, who is great at making music, it will make them greater at making music, or I don't think that is the case, because I don't think that 99.99% of artists who are great at their craft are going to be great at incorporating the AI. I do think that there is a whole nother percentile of people who now have the opportunity to be great at something that they otherwise would not have been great at. So somebody who might be great at curating music is now great at creating an AI artist and an AI like production studio.
And that's where I just do not agree with you, bro. You're telling me the nigga that knows how to make beats doesn't have a better shot at creating AI music than the person that can't make beats.
I think
that doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it's somebody who is interested in something completely different because it's an entirely new thing. It's not the same. That's like saying that Tupac and Biggie would have sounded better with auto-tune in their music.
Why is that not what we're saying is this. That's auto-tune is perfect. Before auto-tune and niggas wasn't using it, if you couldn't sing, right? But I could sing, I would sound better than you without it. What you're saying is there's more likely that the nigga who can't sing, if they use auto-tune, he has a better shot at sounding better with auto-tune than somebody that knows how to sing using auto-tune.
Because somebody who knows how to sing can sing and continue to sing. Otherwise, T-Pain would still be running auto-tune. Travis Scott, I've never heard Travis Scott sing. T-Pain hasn't dropped a hit and I don't know when. T-Pain.
I'm glad you brought up T-Pain. Because T-Pain can actually sing. He can sing.
Chris Brown.
Like that's why he was so on top with the auto tune.
And he might be
Chris Brown can sing
auto tune, but
why do you think that
he's not the best to use auto tune? When you say auto tune, I'm thinking Travis Scott. I'm thinking Kanye.
Auto tune?
I'm not thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking Travis Scott. As soon as you say auto tune,
T-Pain, yes, but Travis needs auto tune. Chris Brown uses auto tune. He sounds better with auto tune than Travis does.
Do you think Travis Scott or T-Pain has more albums and more hits?
We're not talking about that. We can't. This is where the argument starts to drag.
You're judging the quality of work.
We're not talking about. No, you're judging the quality of work. We're talking about. Hold on to it. We're talking about who sounds better. We're not talking about albums. We're not talking about hits. We're talking about who sounds better.
Who uses the tool better? Who uses the tool to make better?
It's based on perception too. But yeah.
Who's using the tool to make better music?
No. We're talking about and if that's what you're talking about, then the conversation ain't even worth it for me. We're talking about who's better at it. We're talking about who's better, who sounds better. Chris Brown can sing without autotune. Chris Brown with autotune sounds better than Travis Scott does.
But
sounds better
than
than Kanye. Yeah, yes, for sure. Travis Scott is more known for it, but he needs it. But when you hear Chris Brown on autotune, he sounds better than Travis does because he knows how to sing better than Travis. So he's able to use his knowledge and his natural talent and pairing it with pairing it with autotune.
I think this is the disconnect. He's saying who knows how to use it better. Like Travis Scott is going from nothing to Travis Scott because of it. Chris Brown is
He's talking. Yes. He's talking about
only adding this much to what he's doing.
But
you know what I'm saying?
So
the initial point
AI is a new instrument. AI is a completely new instrument being introduced, just like autotune was.
But this is the thing.
Being introduced.
This is not what we were saying. The initial point was the artistic person who's good artistically doesn't have more probability to be successful with it than the person who isn't. That's what we're talking
about. Travis got more out of auto-tune than Chris Brown ever could. Travis eats off of auto-tune so much.
But this is what I'm not understanding. What you're not understanding. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like two things can be true. Yes, Travis Scott has, but it's because he had to. But you're
right.
That's why I'm trying to. That's why it's hard for me to have the conversation because
it gives the opportunity to someone who would have never, I don't think, been on the radar, because Travis Scott to me is not dropping bar for bar rapping. He's not singing nothing. Is he producing all of his beats? Because other than that, what is he doing other than using autotune to become what he is? His autotune has given him the opportunity to do something that was never there before. There would not be a Travis Scott had there not been an autotune. So what I'm saying is AI is now providing an opportunity for something that was never there or going to be there to now become.
So let's say this, going with the auto-tune and AI. So T-Pain really introduced auto-tune to the mainstream media. Am I correct? Even though Cher had auto-tune in the 2000s. I remember Mary had the song with auto-tune.
Had auto-tune on it.
Right.
He's
so auto-tune's
associated with it.
Auto-tune's been out for before T-Pain, but T-Pain really brought it to mainstream media where it is today. The reason why is because T-Pain can sing, he also can manipulate the auto-tune. Like T-Pain know how to use auto-tune in the right way because he can manipulate it. Travis Scott needs auto-tune because he can't sing. So going to the AI. So if I am a maker, if I am a inventor, not even inventor, if I am the founder of ChatGPT, and I know everything about ChatGPT up and down. Now let's fast forward 20 years. 20 years from now, who knows what the hell AI is going to be? Children growing up in school is going to be using AI for anything.
Hold on. Wait. I think you have a great example here. If you are the creator of ChatGPT, you are some unknown person who communicates with no one. You have now reached a mass of people through something that wasn't there. He's not a influencer. He's not a conversationalist. But he has reached how many people based off of the programming that he put into that system. So he's having conversations. Every conversation ChatGPT is having is him having a conversation. He's now a conversationalist. I guarantee you that person is not a conversationalist the same way that somebody who, like Joe Rogan, will sit down and have conversations with people. I guarantee he needs a person like Joe Rogan, who he or she, that person who has created, or that team of people who created ChatGPT is not a team of conversationalists, but they have now created a conversationalist robot that talks to people way better than they could as a mass collectively.
Okay.
So
Well, with
that's
that,
like a team of people who can't make music or play instruments getting together and making a sonically pleasing sound in a room using computers. None of them can blow a horn. Half of them they can't even hit the drums on the beat. Their arms and muscles ain't gonna do that. They don't have the opportunity to do that, but they can sit up because they know the time that the beat's supposed to be and put the hits on these timings and make something that is very sonically pleasing, even though they can't beat a drum or beat a beat on a table.
Okay.
And you're
okay.
saying they have a better chance at doing it than the person that does, bro. That doesn't make any sense, bro.
Yes,
It's
because the
kind
It
of
doesn't
hard
person
make
that
because
any
you're
does,
sense.
saying
because
you're
the
saying
person
somebody
that
that's
does
assigned
is
that
doing
understands the
that.
numbers of music.
If who do you think has the bigger probability of being the greatest athlete, me or LeBron James, based off our build?
If only
But
if
we're not talking
there was an
about your
AI that
build,
made you
because
strong and
if we
jump and
Man,
introduce
look,
weightlifting.
if
man,
we
look,
introduce
bro.
AI into
It's
the
bro. It's
conversation,
logic, bro. It's
if we
logic.
introduce if you
Travis
turn you
Scott,
into a cyborg, I'm betting on
man,
you.
look. Yes, but man, look, man.
Let me
If
It's
say
we
this.
put
logic, bro. It's
Let me
it's
say. Let me
it's
say this.
logic for every. Go ahead, Tori, because I know you was trying to say something.
So like, I was so like with the point of like, okay, imagine if I had a camera. Okay, see, you know way more shit about cameras than I do, but I know my
Right.
way around cameras. If there was an AI created camera, all I gotta do is take the
I'm
picture, but I still have the same measurement. I still have ISO, white balance, all that type of shit. It's AI operated. Who do you think is gonna have the better chances of being a better photographer? Me
and when we
or
talk
she?
about And when we talk about probability, I'm not dismissing that it's possible that he can do something with the camera that I can't. But we're talking about
Okay,
probability. There's more
yes.
probability that I know what shutter speed is. I know what ISO is. I know what focusing is. Because I know what these things are, I have probably more likely better chances at creating a better picture than he does because I'm more knowledgeable and talented than he is,
And
probability wise.
You know,
let me
with the
And that's
piggyback off
why I
that
was
real
AI,
quick.
saying,
But
and that's why I was saying
but
about LeBron and me. If I y'all know I'm 5'6", 140 pounds. LeBron 6'8", 240. He's better built to be the greatest athlete of all time. If both of us use steroids, you're saying in your
not
that
steroids.
I'm more
not
probable
steroids.
to be, I'm more probable, but it's the same thing. That's
Okay,
what AI
so
is.
if
I'm more
if
probable to be better than he is just
we're
because of the
talking
steroids. That doesn't
AI is
make
a
any
techno,
sense.
no, you're not more probable because of the steroids. But a if you have a steroid setup and you have the best doctors in the world and he has nothing and is just
That's not what we're
eating
saying. See,
junk food and on the
that's
base
where
minimum
you're
with
moving what
okay,
we're talking about. We're not talking about that. We're talking about I got the same steroids he do. We're talking about Chris Brown got the same auto tune Travis Scott does. And also, for every Chris Brown, there's more Travis Scotts than there are Chris Browns.
so let's go back to
Everybody
the
that
camera.
makes music, most people can't sing.
Let's go to the
Travis
camera.
Scott,
Let's go to the
Travis
camera.
Scott, hold on. Let me finish my point. Travis
I
Scott
got you.
is only there's a plethora of people who can't quote unquote sing that try to use autotune, and Travis Scott
Mm-hmm.
naturally sounds better. That's also
Mm-hmm.
part of it. If you go on
Mm-hmm.
autotune right now, you might sound better than I do just because of talent wise. But a person who naturally sounds better singing is going to naturally sound better with autotune. Why? Because they naturally already sound good. So when you add a tool to it, when you add a tool to somebody that's already talented, you the probability is higher for that person to be better. I'm not I'm not saying
So
it's impossible for the person
my
who is trash at music today that they can be the greatest artist of all time in 10 years. I'm saying it's more probable
Can
that
I add a caveat to it? Can I add
Kanye West, one of the best producers of all time. If you add AI to him, he has more of a chance of making great music than the person who doesn't even know what a G flat note is. Because if you don't know
Can I
what
add a
G
caveat to
flat
it?
is, if you don't know what a chord is, how can you tell AI to create one?
But listen though, I agree with you, but I think what he's saying is they're also a genius at something else. So like maybe like for instance, this is an example. Maybe somebody's a great songwriter, but they don't have the voice to.
Yeah,
Right.
look.
Like
So
you see what I'm
now
saying?
they
Yes,
Like,
don't have
yes,
you
to
can write,
use an
but
yes.
you can't
artist.
But
perform.
this
Type
is
thing. You know
the
what I'm
key.
saying? Like,
This is the key though, and I'm not gonna say it again because we're running in circles now. The key is he said it is more probable for the person who's not good at music today to use AI and be better than the person who's great at music today.
If not better than, on the level of conversation with, because what we're denying is that, so we're not, there's a tool introduced into the equation. You, to an extent, an old dog can learn new tricks, yes, but I'm talking about something completely different happening, because that's what has happened with Travis Scott. He's not making the same songs that T-Pain or Chris Brown are making. They're using auto-tune to make, to just alter their voice. So obviously their voice is sounding better. Travis Scott is making a different genre of music. He's making a different, he's using the canvas completely differently than they're using it. Like if they're oil painting, he is water based. Like it is two different painting methods that they're using. Obviously, they're the skilled painter and are have proven themselves as far as making that goes, but it's a totally new thing that's being introduced. Like the camera, Tori said, you may be the better photographer, but the likelihood of the better picture coming out, Tori's gonna pump out picture after picture after picture after picture because it is easy, and he's always got that camera in his hand because it is fun. You're more likely to pump out a great picture than the person who had the film camera back in the day was, even though they had to understand light and all that kind of shit way better than, you see what I'm saying?
So let me say this.
Because
Let
you're
me say this.
using a different tool. Like picking up a
Yeah,
DSLR,
yeah, but
I can,
I don't get what you're saying because you're
I,
talking like I don't have the same tool he has. That's
so
what we
yeah,
were talking about.
that's what I was going to say. So let me say this.
you
So like,
no, we you don't have the same tool he has,
So
because
then, so yes, I agree with you.
where,
I thought this is what we're talking about. You're saying if a producer who didn't use AI and the person that isn't good at music using AI. Yes, I agree with that. I thought we were talking
because
about the
the
person,
person,
both people have the AI tool. That's what I'm
me
thinking
too.
they
that
both
we're
have
talking
it,
about.
so they both have it, right? They both have it, right? It exists in the same world, right? But
No,
somebody has to
no.
get good at AI.
We're both have it. We're
You
talking, we
both have
both have it,
access
bro.
to it. Both have
No,
access to it,
no.
but you don't have both
Man,
have it,
I
because
don't know
who
what
creates
argument
it?
you look. The
Who
argument I'm
creates
making is
it?
the one I made. I don't know what argument you trying to make, but
So let
Who
me.
the
is
argument
create?
I'm
Who
making,
is moving the
like,
technology
yeah,
into that
because
field?
what you're saying is I'm the fastest man in the world running, and you driving a car. I can get in the car if I want to, but I don't have to. But I could if I want to, but I'm choosing not to get in the car. And you're saying the
no,
nigga that can't
there's two
walk
different
No,
is
ways to use the
driving
car.
now.
Somebody might
no.
drive a car in reverse, somebody might drive it forward. There's a million different
No,
ways to
no,
use
no,
one
not
vehicle.
even, not even a car, not even a car, not even a car. You are the fastest man in the world currently, and you are a sole believer in your training method. New technology comes out, and we are both using the same technology, although I've been trained up, and this new method is the only way that I know. You are
Okay.
getting used to this new method. We both have the same genetics. You could say the a clone of each other. This one's trained like a caveman. This one's trained like a man in 2024. So this one's trained like a caveman for its entire life. This one's trained like a man from 2024 with all the science and backing that you have behind it. Both same genetics, both same diet, same everything. Now you want this one who knows its method and knows what to do and retrain it on the new one. Obviously, there are going to be gains and improvements, but I think that the one that is only knows the most efficient way, like the programmers, if you're teaching kids now how to program computers, if me and a child right now enter the same programming course, that child within 2 years is going to be able to outprogram me. There's no way I can keep up. Learning
I'm glad
a
you
new
said.
language.
I am glad you said
Learning a
that.
language.
Let
Learning
me
a
say this real quick.
language.
Your history is holding you back, basically.
You're learning a language because your
So
history is holding you back. You're not going to learn at the same level as the person who has a blank canvas. If Spanish is there today, me and a child can try to learn Spanish and take Duolingo. It's not going to set
Bro,
into me
this
the
is a
same way it's going to
total
set.
this
so
is a total different
let,
conversation, bro.
let me say that real quick, Sheila. So going back to the AI thing. So because I'm a producer who used AI. So before I used AI, I still know music theory. I'm glad you brought beat making and shit. I know music theory. I play in the band. I know how to read music. Whoop de whoop. You see how beat makers don't know shit about music theory, don't know what 4/4 is and whoop de whoop, but can still make great, excellent music. So going to AI. If I'm somebody who never produced a song before, and I tell AI, make me a
Ish, have you ever made a beat before?
I play with FL Studio a little bit.
Do you know music theory? Can you read music?
I used to read music. Yeah, I played the saxophone.
You play saxophone.
So I can read music.
You
that nigga
think
look like
somebody who
saxophone.
can't read music would be able to use an AI tool better than somebody that
Yes,
can read music?
I
yes,
think it's a small change.
because
You
because
think
because
you think
But
that
let me finish
hold
my
on,
point real
you
quick.
think that the person that can read music has a disadvantage in
No, it's
using
not a
the AI
disadvantage.
tool to
not a
produce?
disadvantage, but it can be, and
It
it
can
lowers the likelihood.
So let me say
So
let me
you're
say this.
saying it's
I
less
know plenty of
likely.
people that didn't. I know plenty of people who didn't
rules
play
slow
an
you down from
instrument who
creating.
make better beats than me.
So
Yeah,
let me say
yes,
that.
but
Let me,
y'all are saying things, but we're talking about the probability of who would do more. The person
so
who
The
doesn't know
person who
anything
doesn't
about
have that
music and is
background,
horrible. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
the thing is, so
because it's
like
a
It
okay,
new
when
just
I
it's
don't,
a
bro.
new
like
If
when
instrument.
AI
if they were to say you guys never driven a truck before, don't know what it feel like to be in the seat, don't know what it feel like to merge over, don't know what it feel like to have the weight on you, don't know what it feel like to come down Mount Eagle with it. If they created AI, they're gonna put me in the seat before they put any of y'all. Why?
Like,
Because I simply know how
listen,
it feels without AI, how
well,
to come
listen.
down a mountain. You're
No,
not
no,
going to
no.
be more
Listen.
successful than me with the AI tool
All I
because
have to do is this.
you don't
All I
even know
have to
how to
do is
hold the
this.
steering wheel. You
All I
don't
have to
even
say
know
is,
you don't even know
AI,
what the
make me
air
the
brake
best
is.
truck driver in the world. Give me the
Hmm.
No,
best.
that's
Give me
not
the.
what.
I can
nah,
say
it's but
what
here's the
is the
thing,
top
here's the
But
10
thing.
truck
Here's the thing, here's
drivers
the
in the
but
thing.
the
Here,
world.
let me
is
Give
say
me
this
but
real quick.
best
you
Let me say
know
this real
that
quick.
So check
turbine.
it
that
out,
sounds good. But nuance
Lou,
is the producer
Lou,
saying, make
Lou,
me this certain type of
Lou.
song with
This
this
new
certain
truck
type
ain't
of
got no
tempo.
steering wheel. This new truck
I
ain't got no
still have
steering
more
wheel.
I
You
know
control it
you
with your
don't.
brain.
I still have
Okay.
more knowledge of the truck. I know the knowledge
So you
of
telling
the
me,
mountain.
you
Do
telling
you
me,
know what
You
to
so
ask
hold on,
AI
hold on,
though?
hold on, hold on. Give me this,
Yes,
just this,
yes, I know
just
what to
this.
ask AI
Give
because
me,
I'm doing
give
it.
me just
You
this,
don't
just
know
this.
what to ask AI because you
Lou,
don't know nothing
Lou,
about it.
give me just this, just this, just this, just this. I have had the brain implant for the past 6 months. No, I've had the brain implant since I was born. I've grown up with the brain implant. I control my life with this brain implant. My phone, I don't have a phone. Messages come straight to my head. I can deny them, shut it off. If I want to, I can have it come straight in. I know how to do all of this. I drive my regular car with my brain. You drive your truck with your hands and your steering wheel. New truck comes out and we need somebody to learn how to drive a truck. Is it easier to teach me how to drive the truck, the new truck that came out, or is it easier to teach you how to control everything with your brain?
You have to unlearn to learn the new.
That's
it's not
a
going to do
totally
any
different.
responses with
It's a
your
totally
hands.
different
No, this is
conversation.
AI. This is the real reality of what this
Okay,
is. Reality
okay,
of
so
No,
what we're
that's
talking
not
about.
so
what
let me
we.
say
This is not where we started off, bro. You keep coming up with
I
hypotheticals that
said
are not
having
the
a
same. We're
conversation about
talking about
AI limited to
somebody.
music
We're
is
talking about
crazy.
somebody that is in a field that is an expert in their field, and you're giving them a tool. And somebody who's the opposite of an expert in the field, they can't do the thing. You give them the same tool. You said that the person who's not the expert in it has a higher probability of being
The person who is
successful
an expert with the
than the
tool
other
is
person
more
is.
successful. The person who is an expert in the tool is more
And I agree with
successful
that.
in
Whoever's the
being
No,
best with the tool
successful with
sure.
wins.
the tool.
We're talking about probability because that's what you said. You said
Yes,
that the
the
person
probability of the
without
person who has
but when
the
as
knowledge
soon
of the
as you,
tool.
bro, but when you say now you put details on it. Now he has to be an expert in the tool.
No, the kid who has no knowledge of music, right? But knows AI down to a science. The kid who is making that shit right now is not making music. He's doing that
I
as a
agree.
joke, as a
I
gimmick, and
agree.
it's
I
fire.
agree. I agree with that exact point. If we're talking about that exact point, I'm an expert in music, the greatest artist of all time. You add AI to me. I don't know AI that much, but this kid who doesn't know music, zero, but is an expert in AI, yes, he has a better probability of making. And
Right.
this is even questionable. That's not
Wrong.
what.
Let me say
And
this.
I
Let
say,
me say this. Let me
Tori,
say
and
this real quick. Let me say this real quick.
Tori, I'm even giving it to him, but I don't even hardly agree with it. But that's not where we started off with. We started off with we're both. If we both start off with we both don't know AI, it's brand new. We both got to figure it out. But I know music better. You said that the other. I
If
thought
all
maybe
I'm
I'm wrong.
focused on is figuring out AI, I'll figure out how to use AI to make music better than
I don't.
yours
That
before
that
you
doesn't make.
figure out how to make AI while you make
That
music.
doesn't
You're
make it.
doing something
Literally,
else.
literally,
Your
literally.
Hold
I
focus
on real
is
quick,
not
man.
disagree.
on
Go
AI.
ahead, Tori. Go ahead, Tori. But
Hold on real quick,
there
bro.
ain't no way. Like
Hold on real quick, man. So AI how does AI work? Does it work good when you're general?
I don't
Does it work
fucking
good when you're
know.
specific?
Bro, it works
I can't
incredible.
tell you how to work. I
No, no,
can't
no.
tell you how to.
Okay. So AI works better when you're very specific. I've
thank you,
actually
bro.
wrote it.
And this is what I'll be also saying. It's niggas that don't even know what
No,
they really talking
it's
about.
not.
So
Saying something.
If
You have to be
AI is
specific in order
artificial
to use the
intelligence,
AI.
hey,
But you
let me
have
say
to
this.
be
Let me say this.
specific, bro.
You
You
don't
can't
though.
just
I
say
wrote.
you can't just say make the best beat of all time.
You can't. And that's the thing.
The nigga that made the
Yes, you
best beat
can.
of all time knows why. And he's able to tell AI, hey, make a beat in this chord at this
you
tempo
would take
with this amount of
statistics.
zoom,
You
this,
would
that, a
take
third.
statistics of sounds, BPM sounds,
That's
change
not how
ups, and
AI
that sort of
works, bro.
thing, and it would.
Bro, that's
Here's the
not
thing
how
about AI.
AI
Hey, here's how
works,
AI
bro.
It
works.
would
Who cares about
create
Here's
it.
how
BPM